Good morning, everyone. Students, yesterday we have discussed about the characteristics of business, and today we'll talk about the characteristics of profession. It means which kind of economic activity they are performing. This economic activity is containing what special points that makes it a profession. So first point is specialized knowledge. One should have special knowledge in the particular area, and one must possess the technical skills also. Okay, that makes it a specialized person in any of the particular field. And it's not that time, it doesn't make it a profession which comes from the father, like a businessman is handing over the business to his son, right? So that is a feature of the business, quite possible, but in profession this doesn't happen. A doctor can't hand over his profession to his son. For that, he has to possess MBBS degree. And same goes in the case of law. One has to take the degree of LLB. Only then the person can be a lawyer. So for being a professional, he has to acquire the special knowledge in that field. Right, students? Now next, acquired knowledge and use in its applied form. Fine, you have acquired the knowledge, you have taken the degree of MBBS or LLB, but you have just taken the degree and kept it at home. So you are not called a professional. For that, you have to apply your knowledge. The knowledge and skill which you have acquired, you must apply that. That means you have to practice in the real life, right? Only then you will be called as a professional. Well, next is professional association. This is the association, you are affiliated to that one. Means after completing your degree, you are getting the certificate from these institutions. Okay, so these are certain professional associations. If you are a professional, so you must be attached to any of the institution. Okay, as we have the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India in case of the CAs, right? And we have Law Bar Council in case of LLB, right, students? So next point, we have code of conduct. Code of conduct means certain rule regulations regarding your professional line. Some do's and don'ts means what you have to do in this field and what you don't have to do, a kind of rule regulations. Okay, service motive is the next one. Professionals, they have a service motive. In fact, the professionals, they are not meant to earn profit. Their main motive is to provide service to the society. If we talk about the doctors, so they are meant for the services, right? Their prime aim is to provide the services. So in professionals, service motive is the main one. Next is your reward or return. Here the professionals are not getting profit. They are getting fee. The income which they are earning, that is recognized as a fee, not as a profit. Next is nature of work. Professionals render personalized expert services to their clients. This is personalized services. If you visit to a doctor, so all the doctors, they will treat in a different way. One can, maybe one is heart specialist and another one is a simple physician. So personalized services are there, right? So here we have completed the features of our profession. Means these points, if one economic activity is having, so we can call it a profession. Now let's see about the employment. Which qualities one economic activity should have, right? Which makes it a employment. First one is contractual relation. Employment is the outcome of a contract between the employer and employee. The contract may be written or oral. It consists of terms and conditions of the employment. It's telling contractual relations. Employment arises from the contractual basis. There is a contract between employer and employee. If one gets job somewhere, so employer and employee के बीच में क्या होता है? Agreement होता है regarding salary and other terms and condition. So that thing makes it a employment. Next one is reward or return. Students, in business, the reward or return is called as a profit, and in profession this is called as a fee, and in case of employment this is taken as salary or wages. Okay, the remuneration which one is getting, that is termed as salary or wages. Now, code of conduct. In employment, employees, they don't have a sort of code of conduct which we have in the professions. Here it is called rule regulations. The rule regulations which are decided by the employer, employee has to follow all that. Okay. Now, capital investment. There is no capital investment required in the employment. Okay. One can start the employment with zero investment, as we know that if somebody is doing job somewhere, so they don't have to invest anything in that, right? Now, next is your service conditions according to government law. Well, government has decided certain law like labor law and some union laws and all. So the employees, they have to work according to that one, and employers, they are bound to follow those rule regulations. Okay. Now, service conditions according to the government law. Next, we have qualifications. There is no such fixed qualifications, okay, as for the professional. For being a doctor, one has to complete MBBS, and for being a lawyer, one has to complete its LLB, and same goes in the case of chartered accountant. Fine, but here your qualification is according to your post and work which you are doing. Fine. So under employment, employee is required to possess qualification and training as prescribed by the employer. Maybe one is applying for the post of principal and another one is applying for the post of peon in the school. So both their qualifications will be different. Okay. Now, nature of work. What kind of work one is supposed to do? So that depends upon their contractual basis. What kind of work is assigned by the employer, and you can say what kind of work he requires from the employee. So employee is required to perform work as prescribed by the employer. Fine, students. So here we have completed the features of all the three things, that is features or characteristics of the business, profession and employment. All right. Now, it's very simple. All these three things separately we have discussed. Now we have joined it together and comparison, you can say the differences between all these three. Okay. And here we have the basis of the differences. First one is mode of establishment or commencement. How this comes in the existence, right? Now, business depends on the decision of the entrepreneur after completing some legal formalities if required. We will study how the business starts, right? So when the businessman decides ki I want to do this work, I want to start a partnership, company or sole proprietor, when he decides and he completes certain legal formality, he can start the business. Okay. Now, in case of profession, it commences on completion of a degree course and by getting a certificate of practice. As soon as he completes or she completes her degree, like chartered accountant or LLB, and they got a certificate from the institution, they can start their practice. Okay, they will be professional. And employment, as the contract has been done between the employer and employee, so that starts, means letter of their agreement or appointment letter. Okay. Next is your nature of work. What kind of work is done? We know that in business, either production or procurement. Procurement means purchase and sale of the goods, means trading, right? These two kind of works are there in the business. And profession, it involves rendering of personal services of the specialized nature. Doctor, lawyer, chartered accountants, painters, everyone has the different kind of services. And even in this, if we talk about the doctor, so we have various doctors in the different fields. So personalized services are rendered by them. Okay. Now, employment involves performing the duties assigned by the employer. Employee has to do the duty which is given by the employer. Okay. So that was your nature of work. What kind of work you have to do. Well, next one is qualification. No such minimum qualification is required to start a business. Okay. Even a chaiwala is a businessman and he doesn't need any kind of degree. So he can start the business. And if you talk about the profession, so prescribed qualification and training is required to be a professional. Okay. For being a chartered accountant, so you must possess a degree of chartered accountant from the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. Right. Okay. Next, employment, the qualification which you require, that depends upon your job. If you want to be a teacher, so you should have a degree like your graduation and B.Ed, post-graduation and B.Ed, right? And peon till 10 standard. I mean, whatever work you are doing, your qualification must be according to that. Next is telling return or reward. We have already discussed. In business, your reward is termed as profit, and in profession we call it a fee, and in case of employment we call it a salary or wages. Students, remember, salary we give to the white collar worker and wages we give to the blue collar worker. Okay, we'll discuss later on what are the white collar and blue collar workers. Here is capital investment. We need capital investment in the business. So students, we were talking about capital investment. Well, in business, this depends upon the nature and size of business. If the size of your business is large, so it requires more capital. And if it is a production business, so this requires more. And if it is trading business, then it requires less capital. Now, if you talk about the profession, the capital requirement is limited to start the profession. Of course, we need some capital, but it's comparatively very less, right? Comparatively to business, it's very less. And for employment, there is no requirement of the capital, and it's very natural thing, you know, that if somebody is doing job, so one need not to invest capital at all. Okay, now next one is risk. There is a high degree of risk in case of business, fine, because profits are uncertain. We have studied the features of business, so risk is always there, and your profits are uncertain. If you talk about the profession, moderate risk is there. Of course, risk is there, but not like business, very less is there. Employment, there is no risk at all, because when you are doing your job well, so your salary is fixed and you will get that. There is no question arises for the losses. And last one is transfer of interest. Well, transfer of interest means you can sell out your business easily. Okay, you can value your assets and reassess your liabilities, and if you have decided, you can value your business and you can sell out. Ownership will be transferred. But in case of profession, it's not possible at all. If you think you sell out your MBBS degree, instead of you tell somebody else to be a doctor, so it's not possible, because one has to acquire the specialized skills first, then that person can do work. Okay, so transfer of interest is not possible at all. And if you talk about the employment, same thing is there. It's not possible to transfer the interest. If you are on a job and you say, okay, today I can't go on the job, and I send somebody else on behalf of me, that's not possible. Fine. So transfer of interest is possible in case of business only, not available in profession and employment. And next is your code of conduct. Code of conduct is not prescribed in the business. Fine. In business, you have your own terms and condition and you do your work. Profession, code of conduct is there. Code of conduct means it is provided by the institutions, what you have to do and what you can't do. Employment, code of conduct is not there, but instead of code of conduct, there are certain rule regulations, the list of do's and don'ts. Whatever your employer tells, employee has to do. And next and last one is your basic motive. What are the basic motive in case of business? The main motive of business is to earn profit. And in case of profession, main motive is to provide the services. And if we talk about the employment, here the main motive is to provide the services and get your salary and wages. That's all. Fine, students. So here we have done all the differences. See, separately we have discussed the features of business, profession and employment, and then their differences we have done. Fine. So students, please do your work sincerely. Okay. Complete your learning work and written work, and very soon there will be test of yours, and please give the feedback right in time today onwards, otherwise you will be marked as absent. Fine. Thank you so much.